Hello everybody, welcome back to the Formula 97 season. We are doing currently round 12. It is Spa practice session. Practice session pretty much means 13 laps on the track to beat our personal best record. I'm just going to set up the time and yeah, let's get to it. One of my favorite tracks in the game. Including... The music is going to start playing in the background in a moment. There we go.
Go!
And that's probably the sharpest corner in the entire game as well. The straight over here is gonna be one of the occasions in which all the other drivers will be able to catch on to me. This is also a pretty difficult race, but it's pretty manageable. And I broke a little bit too hard over here.
Normally, motor racing, driving a car right to its limit, is very much a skill from the head, not from the heart. But out on the track today, we're seeing some really passionate performances.
Also, one lap on Spa, it's around 1 minute and 40 seconds. Like, even more than that, 1 minute 44. I'm currently, my personal best is 1 minute 45. So I'm definitely gonna do my best and aim to correct that. I would love to have a 1 minute and 43. If I'm gonna reach that, I'm gonna be super happy. Well, almost. And to beat my personal best time by 0.3 of a second. Which is definitely... I think it's definitely doable.
He's already faster than his previous best at the first split.
Hey, Mid-Asian. Hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Should not brake over here. I should just push it. That might cost me that 0.3 of a second that I have gained before.
That's intermediate too, and he's slower than his best.
Not only cost it, it actually gave me additional 0.4. I'm having a pretty good day. I mean, I managed to complete a single race on the Hungaroring, which is technically one of the most difficult tracks to drive and win and overtake. Maybe not win, but overtake, because I won with a significant... I had a significant leadership during that peculiar race.
The front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate, so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
This race might actually be a little bit harder, but the thing is, I like this track a lot.
At split 1, he's up on his best.
So I cannot be mad. Okay, yeah, we are definitely driving slower. We already lost a 0.1. Well, a good day so far. Gonna see how the rest of the day is gonna be.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far. He's faster than his previous best at split 2.
Yeah, but I'm not that much faster, that's the thing. That means even if if I'll manage to scratch the time on this lap, then there's still... Oh. There's still gonna be a chance to scratch this time even more. And Thunder with a gifted sub to Medasian. Thank you very much, Thunder, for that. Matt, enjoy the 3 very nice looking emotes.
Beautiful! That was a new personal best time.
It was, and we have just currently reached 143. So I'm pretty much reached the objective that I wanted to squeeze out of the practice session.
The visors get very dirty out on the track. Every 5 laps or so, they'll need to give it a wipe to keep it clear with the back of their glove or their sleeve. Of course, when it gets really difficult to see, they can peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
Down into second. Up into third. Up into fourth. Up into fifth. Sixth.
Now, if I could reach the same time during qualifying, that would be even better. Honestly, I would like to aim for a consistent 1 minute and 43.
He's up after the second split. Fourth gear. Up into fifth. Sixth gear. His practice lap
it's
times
still
are coming
good.
down now.
That lap was faster.
No shit, Sherlock. No shit, Walmart microphone guy. It almost feels like a tutorial in original Dead Space 1. Cut off their limbs 5 seconds later. 5 seconds later. Cut off their limbs. 1 minute later. Cut off their limbs. I'm just standing here, but like, okay, I get it, video game. I get it.
On his best. One thing we might see this year is drivers having problems.
At least Dead Space Remake doesn't make that mistake and treats player like a moron.
Position their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more.
Dead Space Racing, Dead Space Kart. When everybody just throws limbs at each other.
He's down at the second split. He's settling nicely into a rhythm. The lap
How
times are improving.
how was that faster? How was that a faster lap? Somebody please enlighten me.
He's already behind his best time at intermediate 1.
Okay, we're not gonna beat the record on this lap because I already touched the gravel. Yeah, I pushed the button so good it actually hurts my thumb. Well, currently it's not really hurting because I have the you know, the band-aid, and so it provides a little bit of cushioning.
I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
But definitely damages it by quite a bit. This race is gonna be very long because it's like we can see 1 minute 40. And we are maybe halfway through practice session. We still have to do qualifying, and the race itself is gonna take 2 hours. So we are definitely in for a treat. Oh, it's actually gonna rain during practice session. I do not really mind if that's gonna happen. Rain during practice session is a wonderful opportunity to basically figure out the speeds on the corners during rain.
He's already behind his best time at intermediate 1.
Jesus, rain dance. Counteracts with the safety dance. Yeah, I have definitely noticed a raindrop on the track. Yep, 100% a raindrop. So we're gonna change the tires soon-ish.
He's already behind at the first split. Third, up into 4th, 5th, 6th. This'll be a new hazard. The track's difficult enough in the dry, but wet on slick tires is the hardest situation of all. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
But I don't currently have to worry about it.
To try and combat the turbulence caused by the driver's helmet, which reduces the efficiency of the air intake into the engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to the lower centre of gravity.
4th, up into 5th, up up into sixth. Down into second.
Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with a consistent 1 minute and 43 on the track. Especially, like, we are doing 1:43 right now during practice. If I'm gonna squeeze that during the qualifying, no matter which position I'm gonna take, because freaking Schumacher or whatever AI is gonna be set up, they're gonna do 1 minute and 41. I can guarantee that, because I remember my last attempt of this race. So if we can get at least 2 seconds of advantage, that's going to be pretty good.
Changes very soon.
But then again, we'll see.
Interesting point to note is that both Williams and Jordan,
We will see.
great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes.
Because starting race at anywhere but back of the grid is very, very bad.
The second split.
As you start the race, the very first turn is the sharp turn that we're passing right outside of the pit stop. And cars are basically just stopping there for a couple seconds, pretty much. If I will start from the back, it's gonna be very difficult for me to overtake the other drivers as well. But we'll see. Maybe the RNG is gonna be more or less merciful upon me. Oh, that's too wide. That's too slow and too wide. Oh well. But yeah, that corner over there, it's the very first corner of the race.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
Not wet enough. I can still drive.
And if I check how he compares with his previous best lap, this looks like a slower lap. He's down at split 1.
I'm fine with the laps being slower as long as I'm staying on the track and I'm not making stupid mistakes. I already have reached my targeted time, 1 minute 43.
The team will be watching this lap closely on their monitors. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
The only thing that I'm doing right now is I'm just fighting for consistent time, if anything else. Because the cars might be faster on the qualifying session. If I'm gonna be consistent during the race, it's gonna be more than enough to win.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
Well, we're gonna go to the pits on the next lap. We're gonna see how many laps we're gonna have left.
He's down at the first split.
Yep. If the effects of the rain are already visible, besides my car slipping a little more and more on every turn, my car also slows down. This is gonna be a very, very long lap. At least 2 minutes.
And if I check how he compares with his previous best lap, That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
Yeah, guess what? It actually is. And this is where I'm trying to go. Yep, the wetter it is, the worse the acceleration of the car also becomes. Yeah, at this point the engine is really struggling to get that
See how
speed.
this stop compares with other teams. Watch the time as he comes in.
The team's been practicing this over and over again.
Okay, so I have like a
until it's
lap or
perfect.
two. I can do more. Just press the pedal
He's
more.
on a fresh set of tyres, which means that, for a while at least, he'll have something of a time advantage over the other cars.
If it's gonna rain during qualifying, then we're gonna end the qualifying session pretty much.
It's really raining now. This is going to cause no end of problems for the drivers.
Having a one lap in rain will not hurt.
This looks like a slower lap. He's down at split 1.
One or two laps actually.
One unique feature of the Stewart car design is the high side pods on the car and the large turning vanes, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grille during the normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
Third gear. Down into second. Down into first. Second. Third. Fourth gear. Up into fifth. That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
Yep, that's at least, oh, that's almost 30 seconds slower during the rain. That kind of hurts.
Fuel's low. Pit in.
Yep, we're gonna basically finish this lap in the pit lane and then we're gonna go for qualifying session.
Let's have a look at his practice time so far. He's already behind at the first split.
Yeah, suddenly dropping from almost 300
When you're
kilometers an
driving a Formula
hour
1 car, you cannot be tense.
to like
You're
below
strapped in. You
150.
feel every movement. You're part of the car.
pretty
If
rough.
you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best. New safety rules for the design of the cars this year have meant that the teams have had to include a deformable structure behind the gearbox to protect the driver in the event of rear impact. Ferrari did this last year, and they've already overcome most of the problems, like excessive vibration, which can crack the rear wing.
Fuel's getting low. Get ready to come in.
That's what I'm about to do.
Just a touch of the barrier, that shouldn't slow him down.
Nothing happened.
Team
Shut up.
mechanics are out in the pit lane. The tyre covers are off and they're getting ready to receive their man.
Oh my.
He'll be very aware that...
Alright, practice is over. We have reached our goal of 1 minute 43. So I'm gonna go to the car setup. And drink some water too. Because when you're gonna return to the car setup, that's also gonna restart the weather. Yep, 1.33.2, which is pretty good. I'm happy about that. Okay, so qualifying session. Same situation. 13 laps around the track. The only difference is that going to be that every 4 laps, I'm gonna go to the pits, compare my times with the other drivers. If it's going to rain, I'm basically gonna have to call off the qualifying session and be happy with whatever time I'm gonna achieve. So without further ado, let's go for it. Because there's just no way I can reach a faster time during the rainy weather. And I'm gonna consider the first lap as a warm-up lap as per usual. Lap 2 and 3 is where it's gonna matter for me to beat the time. Why did I drift it over there? Rear wheels just freaking lost the grip altogether. Intriguing.
One unique feature of the Stuart car design is the high side pods on the car and the large turning vane, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grills during the normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
Alright, this is where the seriousness is actually gonna happen for a little bit. Because we got 144, but I can do faster than this. I want to drop to 143 at least.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today.
Okay, already 0.7 of a second faster. Let's see if I can keep it up. Definitely not by hugging the curbs. Hugging the curbs actually slows me much more than I really need.
He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
He's pumping in some really good lap times now.
Yeah, and Schumacher already 1.42. Of course he would do 1 minute 42 because he's a freaking asshole.
Let me just check how that time compares. Beautiful! He must qualify near the front of the grid with that time.
Well, if maybe he's not an asshole, the AI that's currently driving that car is an asshole.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually slower there.
Because there's no freaking way I will be able to get his time on a straight.
When you're driving a Formula 1 car, you cannot be tense.
There's just no freaking
you
way.
feel every movement. You're part of the car, and if you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. Well, that's actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
And that is his first best time. He's gonna get an even better time. I can guarantee that. Alright, we go into the pits on this lap. But I can already say that Schumacher is going to be first. That time with micro and car setting is pretty much... it's just unobtainium, I think. Unless I'm going to be very low on the fuel.
That's slower than his fastest time at intermediate 1. Third gear, down into second, up into third, fourth gear, fifth, sixth. That's down on his previous fastest lap at the second split.
That doesn't surprise me.
New safety
I'm gonna
rules
try and
for
lap
the design
6-7.
of the cars this year have meant that the teams have had to include a deformable structure behind the gearbox to protect the driver in the event of rear impact. Ferrari did this last year, and they've already overcome most of the problems, like excessive vibration, which can crack the rear wing. Fourth, fifth gear, up into sixth.
It's an equal time too. 1.42.4. It's exactly the time, man. And I'm currently third. Who's... Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Like, even Berger is faster than me by half of a second, I think. This is gonna be really tough. Okay, I'm gonna launch it at right now. So lap 5, that's a warm-up lap. 6-7, we're gonna try to do an attempt.
I'm looking at the qualifying lap times now. Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually slower there. Unfortunately, he's not as fast as his best second intermediate.
I swear to God, if Schumacher is gonna reach a faster time than this, I'm going to internally.
His time for the first sector is better, but he's still not as quick as the fastest qualifier.
Should probably push gas on that previous corner and not brake.
He's improving on his own previous times, but still down on the qualifying leader.
Well, I guess we're gonna fight for the second place then.
Weight is king in a Formula 1
But Schumacher's AI decided to be an absolute torpedo.
200ths of a second per lap. Fuel load, as in the aviation industry, is measured in kilos, not litres, and is precisely calculated to give optimum performance for minimum weight.
Nope. Probably to that chicane way too slow. I really hate losing speed on that moment of the track. And there's a car in front of me right now too, which is not really gonna help my case.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually slower there.
Yeah, it was slower because I have took the very first corner way too wide. Wider than it was necessary.
He's improving on his own previous times, but still down on the qualifying leader.
The Dragon's done its own thing. It actually speeded me up by a tiny bit.
That was an excellent lap.
Indeed it was, but we are going to the pits on this one. Yeah, that car actually helped me out. Definitely pushed me to the second place. But I'm not sure if I will be able to beat his lap record again.
His time for the first sector is better, but he's still not as quick as the fastest qualifier.
According to the game, I'm faster, which I really doubt. Like, I really doubt I will be able to get a faster time because I don't have a car in front of me that gives me those additional kilometers an hour just by merely existing.
That's down on his previous fastest lap at the second split.
Sink called it.
The drivers in the slowest cars who don't get a time less than 107% of the fastest qualifying time can appeal to the stewards, but it's very unlikely that they'll be successful. Up into fourth, up into fifth, sixth. Fourth gear.
Alright, we got 3-4 laps left. Oh, don't tell me that Berger is gonna be faster no matter what, because that's gonna make me really... I mean, he might be. Okay, I'm gonna wait 3 more seconds. Go. Alright, so lap number 9 is a warm-up. Lap number 10, 11, 12 is an actual lap in which I'm gonna give it my best.
Let me just check how that time compares. Well, he's got a bit to do over the rest of the lap to improve on his previous times. That's down on his previous fastest lap at the second split. Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. His time for the first sector is better, but he's still not as quick as the fastest qualifier.
Am I gonna get a boost from the car in front? I might get one. Or not, because it's a very bad timing to get a boost right now. On the very wide open.
He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Okay, maybe. That's the second time when the Tyrrell Ford has actually helped me by giving me a little bit of a draft. We'll see how that's gonna pay off.
The mechanics must have got the car set up just right for this session.
I wouldn't say that, but at least we are defending the second place.
He's a real veteran of Formula One, and it shows in the maturity of his driving.
Like I said, I am not gonna be able to beat the best lap record of this track. But at least if I'll manage to defend the second place, that's gonna give me a more or less of a good start. More or less.
He's already behind at split 1 and also down on his own previous best.
Also, I've noticed that I have touched the gravel a little bit, touched the grass, so less time. Also, I don't get any draft for any cars in front, so
Okay,
yeah.
let's have a look at the qualifying time so far. At split 2, he's a bit behind his best time so far.
Honestly, I'm not dramatizing. We still have one more lap. If I'm gonna reach the record on that last lap by myself, that's gonna be pretty much a miracle. Alright, last lap of the qualifying.
He's slower than the leading time at split 1, but improving on his own lap times.
Until split 2, because there's nobody in front of me who will give me a drag. And that little bit of drag that I always absorb from the other drivers can help me in such a long way.
He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at
Wait,
split
what?
2.
Minus 300th of a second? How? I mean, I pretty much realized that I just lost it, but how?
Down into second. Up into third. Fourth gear. Up into fifth. Up into sixth. And
Poggers.
that has got to be the fastest lap.
Poggers. We actually have managed to reach the best lap time, even over Michael Schumacher, on the very last lap of the qualifying. So I'm very happy about that. Quite surprised too. And how's the qualifying looking? And because he's gonna squeeze a better time. Piss off, man. What is this, dude? He managed to squeeze a 2 seconds faster lap than me, and that landed me on the 7th position in the end. Kind of ridiculous, but it's fine. It's okay. Okay, so Spa, I do remember this track, and it has 44 laps. So we're gonna fuel our car with 22 laps and then 23 laps. But before we're gonna start the race, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom. Nature calls. Be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting. It is my fault. Well, not really, nature called. Alright, so race, 44 laps of Spa. Let's go for it. And let's hope we're gonna finish this race on the first try.
Welcome to the beautiful Spa-Francorchamps circuit for the Belgian Grand Prix. This is, without doubt, the best road track in the world. It has everything. 4.3 miles long, straights, fast open corners, a tight chicane, and the legendary daunting Eau Rouge. The scenery is just as spectacular, and there are loads of good vantage points. Spa is a real favourite for Michael Schumacher. He won here last year, and it's where he made his debut in 1991 and where he won his first victory a year later.
We're starting from 7th. Let's see how the first corner is gonna play out.
The drivers are getting ready for the start. They're lined up on the grid. Watch for the lights going out. Go! Streaming down to the first corner.
Yeah, I'm not taking the risk. Thankfully, I had enough distance between me and other driver. Well, lost concentration a bit, and there we go. Already touched the grass. On a straight, by the way. I'm braking too hard. Instead of gaining on some of the corners, I'm actually losing.
We're into the second lap. This is classic racing. He's
Oh my God.
with Irvine.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did not need it. A collision on that corner and also damaging front wing, and that's Frentzen. Frentzen has slipped.
Looking good for championship points if he can keep it up.
And Irvine is pushing me to the grass. Fabulous.
The gap is growing. I'm looking at the race order now. In first, Michael Schumacher. Second, Gerhard Berger. In third, Jean Alesi. In fourth, Ralf Schumacher. In fifth place, Eddie Irvine. In sixth, Williams number 1. He's ducking and diving all over the place trying to get past. the third lap of the race. Interesting point to notice that both Williams and Jordan, two of the great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes. The gap is growing.
Too wide. Understeering have done its job.
He's definitely gaining. The gap is growing. He's definitely gaining. I think
damn.
There's some kind of incident. I can see yellow flags.
Yes, Irvine, one of the
That's taking him
Jordans.
up into fourth place.
They collided so hard they almost flew into the freaking sky,
Now the course officials are waving
which granted me
green
2
flags.
positions,
That
but
means all clear.
that was very scary because I was already speeding at that point.
The weather's getting overcast now. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Rain in Spa? Okay. I can deal with that. Not the best weather conditions, but hey, I'm not gonna complain.
Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Michael Schumacher.
It's a shame that tire
Second,
change is gonna take around 10 seconds
in third position,
because of
John Alesi.
because of my collision video Irvine
In
earlier.
fourth place, Williams number 1. In fifth, Giancarlo Fisichella. In sixth position, Mika Häkkinen. The gap is increasing. He's definitely gaining.
Lacey got 3 seconds advantage. Piscicella is right behind me, but he's gonna use the draft to try to catch to me. I think my only salvation is gonna be in the pit stops, because these guys are driving pretty damn fast, and there's just no way I can catch them because there's just way too many open long straights.
He's losing ground.
Piscicella right now is right behind me, so there's a chance that I'm gonna lose the 4th position.
He's losing ground.
I have no draft in front of me, therefore I cannot really do a lot. I'm letting the RNG to decide my fate, kinda, and my overall downforce and carry weight at the same time. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to lose the time, but fine.
He's dropping back a bit.
Hey Red, hope you're doing well, glad to see you.
Race order. In first place,
Easy work, but good.
Michael
Nice.
Schumacher. In second place, Gerhard Berger. In third position, Jean Alesi. Fourth, Williams number 1. In fifth place, Mika Hakkinen. In sixth, Giancarlo Fisichella.
I mean, it's not that you have a lot of work, I'm just simply glad that you're doing good because you're good. It seems like the McLaren is going to be faster than me.
He's losing ground.
And touch the grass. Yeah, McLaren is going to overtake. And lots of work is good job security. Yeah, that's true. Especially when you are needed.
And the gap is closing. He's dropping back a bit.
I guess my only chance to catch the other cars are gonna be in the pits. It's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Because all of these cars right now are definitely much faster than me.
He's coming up from behind now.
No matter how much, no matter how better I'm gonna squeeze the lap time, it's not really going to matter. Yeah, Schumacher, of course, AI boosts with the maximum speed, and he's already 10 seconds ahead. So currently I'm basically playing on defensive, if anything. Cannot really do any offense if there's no car in front.
Meaning that conditions are cooler out on the track.
Yeah, and it also might change for the rain, which is gonna be helpful and unhelpful at the same time.
The gap is increasing.
Helpful because the first raindrops are gonna show up on the track. It's good. It's gonna turn on the paranoia mode on
In first place,
the AI.
Schumacher. In
And they're gonna immediately go to the
Gerhard
pits.
Berger.
Well, I'll still will be able to drive for like a lap or two.
4. Williams number 1. In 5th place, Mika Häkkinen. In 6th, Giancarlo Fisichella. He's dropping back a bit.
Branson pretty much freaking got outed out of the race. Well, maybe not out of the race, but out of the grid, out of the top 6 at the second lap. Then Irvine Schumacher also took the L.
Unbelievable! He's been caught napping there. This is
Okay, so
terrific.
somebody have just lapped.
We're now
Not
about
lapped.
a quarter of the
Somebody
way
have just
through
went to the
race.
pits.
Marvellous! That's one in 3rd place.
He knows what he's got to do, and he's doing it.
So it's still Berger and Schumacher on the track, and they might go to the pits on either next lap or the next 2 laps. So that's gonna be more or less 10 seconds, plus if the weather is gonna change for the rain, that's gonna be additional 5 seconds for me. And we'll see how it's gonna go.
I'm looking at the lap times now. He's not as fast as the race leader at intermediate 1.
Well, if the AI is driving on the boosted freaking settings, then of course I'm not gonna be as fast as him. I'm willing to say that this track is actually keeping me on my toes more than the Hungaroring in Budapest. I like this track more, much more, but it's definitely more focus requiring, to say the least.
The skies are clearing. I can see patches of blue over the top.
Well, no rain for me then.
His lap time is quicker than the car he's chasing. He's moved up to 2nd place.
Okay, that means Schumacher have not went into the pits yet. But we are currently driving every single driver that now went into the pits. is driving on the same amount of fuel as I do. So I think we're gonna start closing onto the other drivers. Or at least I do hope so.
He's coming up from behind now.
He still didn't went to the pits. Okay, yeah, right. It's Schumacher AI, so he's gonna probably go into the pits much later than I think.
First, Michael Schumacher in second position. Williams number
I don't know
one.
if Thunder is over here, so
In
she could
third
give you
position,
so she can give you a shout out.
In fourth, Gerhard Berger. In fifth position, David Coulthard. Sixth, Mika Häkkinen. He's losing ground. The race is beginning to settle down now, about a third of the way through.
Okay, now we're gonna get along straight so I can talk for a second. Red, you actually don't have to self-promote yourself with just the stream. I found this thing called Streamer Cord, and it's basically a page that allows me to automatically inform everybody about any streamer. And for free, you have 25 slots.
The gap is increasing.
I'm basically pasting somebody's Twitch handle, and it automatically posts a announcement, and you can modify the announcement as well. Should break over there actually, and it's very, very good.
He's coming up from behind now.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people is like actually using it.
Maturity of his driving.
It's, I think it's Stream Cord or StreamerCord.io. And I could even put my own announcement to that, but I think I want to still try and find a bot that's gonna do the announcement for me and me alone. Because I don't know if Dino have fixed their stuff or not.
He's closing the gap in front.
And that's Schumacher. We did not manage to pass him on the pits, but we are definitely close enough to catch him right now. The draft is gonna do its own thing.
Giving his teammate Damon Hill a real run for his money in the championship battle. This year, all eyes will be on the French-Canadian as he continues his Formula One
Had to slow down. He's slower, right? But I could not overtake him anywhere.
He's closing the gap.
Now it's a fight of me versus him.
Sensational! He's swarming about all over his gearbox. Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Michael Schumacher. In second, Williams number 1. Third, Jean Alesi. In fourth place, Gerhard Berger. In fifth, Mika Häkkinen. In sixth place, Giancarlo Fisichella.
Okay, got him.
Now he's in first place.
Yeah, I also don't know if they fixed that or not. I kind of hope they will in the future, because Dino is for free is a very good bot, but it just needs to fix that integration with any page, because it doesn't post stuff from YouTube as well. And I'm not going to pay $5 a month for a bot.
We're sitting here in glorious sunshine. It's a perfect day for motor racing.
That's just not going to happen. Not even in a freaking million years. Unless somebody's gonna be like, hey, here, have $90, buy yourself a bot forever. Which, let's be honest, that's not gonna happen. I would not even buy stuff like that even if I was working. Like, working on the outside, like gaining actual tangible money. I would not even do that, because I do believe that's a waste of money. Especially in the current uncertain times for the Twitch. Alright, now I'm gaining... Now I'm gonna start gaining time over Michael Schumacher. At least until I'm gonna go to the pits. Which I'm going to the pits at lap... I think 23. I'm gonna wait for the low fuel warning, and then I'm gonna go to the pits, basically. And they're gonna tank for the remaining part of the race. But something tells me that Schumacher is still gonna overtake me no matter what. As in, when I'm gonna go to the pits, he's gonna definitely overtake me. So I'm ready for that. If I'm gonna have to battle for the first place, so be it. Makes race that much more exciting for people who are watching. And a little bit more stressful for me, but as long as I'm gonna keep my cool, as long as I'm gonna keep focused, keep being focused, it's all gonna be good. for 3 seconds of a distance advantage over Michael Schumacher, which is fine. Let's see for how long I will be able to keep that going.
Race order. In first place, Williams #1. Second, Michael Schumacher. In third place, Jean Alesi. Fourth, Gerhard Berger. In fifth place, Mika Häkkinen. Sixth, Giancarlo Fisichella.
He's pumping in some really good lap times now.
The weather's getting overcast now. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
I heard those threats before during the race. Let's see how real they are gonna be this time. A little bit too wide on the first corner, but that's fine. As long as I'm gonna keep my cool. But yeah, still one thing, the stream record is not gonna automatically post if you're gonna create a mod. So if you wanna promote a mod of yours or anything like that, self-promotion is still there. Because I wish that the stream record would just be like, oh, he just released a new mod. Well, let's just post a message, yay! Nah, it only does it for Twitch, which is fine. It's okay. And if I'm gonna have to deal with manual posting, I'm also gonna be fine with that. Just kinda got too comfortable with the dyno and automatic announcement posting. Just a little bit too comfortable, I think. If you want only something for Twitch, then stream record is just, it got you. I believe that it even works faster than the OBS announcement. Or Stream Elements announcement on OBS, because I also have the Stream Elements thing. Yeah, I would say that I got spoiled too, you know. It saves a little bit of time, but it's not really that necessary, honestly. The beat of the song reminds me of something, of other song. This is what you want, this is what you get. This is what, it's exactly that song. I know it's a basically. Oh my god! I totally forgot the name of the group and name of the song, but it was made by the same guy who was a vocalist in Sex Pistols. Hey Shadow, how the races are going today?
I'm looking at the race order now.
Hungary has been completed on the first try, and now we are sitting in Spa.
In second, Michael
Weather is
Schumacher.
changing, but we are
In
doing pretty
third
good.
place, Jean Alesi.
Yeah, public limit image. Yep.
Gerhard Berger. In fifth place, Mika Häkkinen. In sixth position, Giancarlo Fisichella.
This year, all the teams have lowered the driving seat to try and combat the turbulence caused by the driver's helmet, which reduces the efficiency of the air intake into the engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to
You're
the
not
lower
old.
centre of gravity.
Hey, you're as old as you feel. That's a car in front. We most likely gonna have a rain. It's gonna rain. Where's your umbrella? High and wide, 3 miles away.
Your tyres are getting worn. Get ready to pit in.
We're at about
Yeah, I'm gonna
half
pit in on
distance
this
at
lap.
point.
The other cars are also starting to pit in. I have 12 seconds of 17 seconds of an advantage over Michael Schumacher, so that's good. But this is really the last lap that those tires can actually pull off. And it's gonna rain too. That means I'm gonna get like maybe 1 or 2 lap on slicks, and then it's gonna be another change to wets. Those 2 cars that are in front of me, they are going to slow me down quite badly. My mind is already setting itself up for a rainy weather. Like, my mind is already, okay, it's raining. You need to slow down in every corner. Right now.
Your tyres are getting worn. Get ready to pit in.
That's
Your
what I'm...
fuel's low. Pit in.
I swear to God, this guy is worse than a bickering mother.
And he crosses the white line.
Okay,
into the
lapping
pit.
for 23
Around
laps.
75 miles per hour.
They can't afford to make a
It's also going to be replaced by the front wing.
It's absolutely vital. Everyone does their job.
1, 2,
perfectly.
3. Damn. Okay, 24, that's fine. To
The
equal
team
10
would have
seconds of
wanted to get him away
in the
faster
pit.
than that.
Okay, now we're just going for the rest of the race. We're gonna see how the weather is gonna set itself up. Because just because the racing line have disappeared, that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna rain. But that might happen. Also, now I'm running on, again, twice as much fuel as everybody else. And the drivers in the race, yeah, it's gonna rain because I already have noticed the first raindrop. Anyway, what was I thinking? Yeah, the fuel. Every driver has No, I'm gonna say it
Safety
differently.
rules for the design
I
of the cars
have
this year
twice as much
have
fuel
meant
as
that the
everybody
teams
else.
have had to include a deformable structure behind the gearbox.
But every single
to
car
protect
in the race
driver
still
in
needs to go to the
event of
pits
rear
one more time
impact.
at least.
Ferrari did this last year, and they've already overcome most of the problems, like excessive vibration, which can crack the rear wing.
And that also includes the rain. Because during the rain, the AI goes full paranoid mode, as I call it, and they all go into the pits. They're
There's
all
a
gonna
light drizzle beginning
change
to
the
come
tires
down now.
to the
Race
wet,
order. In first
even
place,
though it's still
Williams,
not
number
guaranteed
one.
that the rain is
Second,
going to happen.
Michael Schumacher. In third, Jean Alesi. Fourth, Gerhard Berger. In fifth, Mika Häkkinen. In sixth place, Giancarlo Fisichella.
Possibly pulling plus 20 seconds still over Schumacher, which I kind of doubt. No, 6 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds over Michael Schumacher. That's pretty interesting. The pit stop was relatively fast, and I'm very happy about that. Well, you're not overtaking me, sir. That's illegal. I mean, they technically can, because if I'm slower, they have all the right to do that. I just consider that to be embarrassing that the V10 engine should be overtaken by the V8.
The lap times are beginning to get slower now as the drivers have to pick their way more carefully through this damp circuit.
Circuit is not damp enough, sir. Mr. Martin Brundle.
One unique feature of the Stewart car design
Stalled
is the
on the
high
fourth
side
gear
cut
there a
on the
little
car
bit.
and the large turning vane, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grill during the normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
Currently the rain is very, very manageable. But there's one thing I can do is I can turn on the light. I said turn on the light, not put it down. Because it started getting very dark in my room as well.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
We'll see. I hope that the weather is actually going to become worse before I'm going to get to the pits. Because right now, despite the fact that there's small splashes underneath the tires, it's pretty manageable. But if the splashes are gonna become bigger, which I hope they will, I'm gonna immediately go to the pits, change for the wets, and continue on. Yeah, a little bit too slow on the brakes over here. Weather decided not to change during this lap.
We've got wet tires waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
I freaking knew that's gonna happen. Right as I passed through the pit stop. Right as I passed through the pit stop. Okay, we're gonna have to suffer a little bit.
I've said it so
We're gonna have a lower grip.
before, Martin, but I'll say it
Schumacher
again.
might actually
Catching
catch
is one
up to
thing,
us,
passing is quite another.
but we'll see. If I'm gonna keep my cool and not slip too much, we're gonna definitely arrive into the pit stop in a relatively good condition.
Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Williams, number 1. Second, Michael Schumacher. In third, Gerhard Berger. In fourth place, Jean Alesi. In fifth place, Mika Häkkinen. In
my
sixth
speed is
place,
already he's already
Giancarlo
suffering quite a
Fisichella.
bit. So if I'm gonna get overtaken, that's fine.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
In these kind of conditions, the drivers will be carefully feeling their way around the track and probably lapping some 15 to 20 seconds slower than in the dry.
That also means that our lap is gonna be at least 2 minutes, even after the tire change. Oh, I'm so freaking slow. I cannot even squeeze 200 kilometers an hour now. Gonna have to let several cars go through if there's gonna be somebody behind me. Yeah, the slick tires have like no grip right now.
I imagine
That is
this will be the only
excruciating
stop.
pain.
We'll know when we see how long refueling takes.
Okay, we're gonna stop. Change the tires. That's gonna be 3-4 seconds.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane. The
And there we
pit
go.
lane crew did their job superbly for a super fast stop.
Back in the race. Of course, knowing live, the weather might actually change its mind like 3 or 4 times. Like it almost happened in Budapest.
These sort of conditions may be extremely difficult, but they do bring out the best in the drivers.
Make it so. Why did they quote Captain Picard? Yeah, we might have the rest of the race in the rain on Spa, which is honestly driving Spa in the rain. It helps me enjoy this track a little bit more because this track is great. Like, despite the fact that I am much slower than the other drivers, especially in the dry condition, I really like this track. It got pretty much every sort of corner that you can imagine. Wide open corners, sharp corners, tight corners, chicanes. You name it, the Spa got it. The only chicane that I do not really enjoy is the one that I decided to take a shortcut on. That's the only chicane that I am not the biggest fan of, if I could say so. It just happens out of nowhere. It's not really a good way to enter it without having too much speed after exiting the first half of the chicane.
If you're tense with the car, it slides that little bit more. You must relax and let the car do the work.
Not the Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge is delicious. I love Eau Rouge. And we still got 17 seconds over Michael Schumacher, so
every extra kilo you have to carry loses you
let's
about
just
2
hope that
minutes
we're gonna
a
keep
second
that
per lap.
distance.
Fuel load, as in the aviation industry, is measured in kilos, not litres, and is precisely calculated to give optimum performance for minimum weight.
My forearm's starting to hurt.
Since Frank Williams first formed his team in 1970, he's taken them from relative obscurity at the back of the grid through to their first championship win in 1980 and on to be one of the consistently major players of the last 17 years. He's also had to endure his share of tragedy in recent years, but he's overcome the setbacks to take 8 Constructors' Championships, equalling the record of Ferrari.
Now he's plus 19 seconds. That means that Michael Schumacher is definitely driving slower during the rain than I do, which is pretty good.
We're into the last third of the race.
And there we go. Lap time at 2 minutes. It's a pretty long track. It's a pretty long track.
Let's see how they stand now. The race
But
leader, Williams,
it's the best that any racetrack can offer.
Michael Schumacher. Third, Gerhard Berger. Fourth, Jean Alesi. In 5th place, Mika Häkkinen.
I feel bad for Frentzen because
In
Frentzen
6th
had
position,
basically
Giancarlo Fisichella.
he lost control of a car on Rouge and he just disappeared from the race. He's just gone, poofed. And I have no clue what happened to him. I don't know if he has a serious malfunction. I don't know if he's still in the race, but he just struggles with getting back to the top 6. It's one big ginormous unknown. No, I'm not gonna overtake him over here. That's too risky. Also, he's constantly on attack. I don't know why the Stewart Ford is acting like he's constantly on attack. It's weird because he shouldn't be like this. In the matter of fact, he should allow me to overtake him, and he kind of does it. I have no really clue how to feel about that one. Okay, but that's my chance over here. And I think, judging by the helmet, I am willing to say that it was Jan Magnussen. But Jan Magnussen, in stewards in general, they did not have a lot of luck in '97 season. Pretty much a solid 85% of the races that they participated in ended up in their car's malfunctioning. They managed to put Rubens Barrichello on the 2nd position during the race in Monaco. But besides that, that was pretty much it. There was not really nothing special about them throughout the entire season. Which makes me feel bad for Jackie Stewart because his reaction in Monaco was absolutely wholesome. He couldn't hold up his tears after he saw Rubens Barrichello placing on the 2nd place, right after Michael Schumacher. Okay. Spinning on a low speed. That's a sign of evident derp. Whoa, what the hell is going on? I do not like that. What is... Okay, seriously, what the hell is going on? I'm driving on the wets. And I'm losing grip on low speeds. That is not normal. I'm losing grip and I'm losing speed on... There's something wrong. There's no smoke coming out of the car. So is it just me? Oh god, I lost 9 seconds because of this too. Schumacher is gaining right now as we speak. Do not like that. Yeah, I have no real idea why I have lost the grip over there. It just happened. Well, thankfully it's only 9 seconds. Schumacher has still 15 seconds to catch me.
I'm looking at the race order now.
And every lap
first,
I'm gaining at least 2 seconds, so I'm good.
Second, Michael Schumacher. In third position, Gerhard Berger. In fourth, Jean Alesi. In fifth place, Mika Häkkinen. In sixth, Giancarlo Fisichella.
Got 13 laps to go. I'm gonna definitely have enough fuel to finish the race. I cannot say about my tires. Tires might get overheated relatively fast, despite the fact that it's rain and the water basically plays a role of a cooling agent.
Can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds.
Alright, already regained the lost time, at least 3 seconds regained out of this solid lap now just to repeat that. Let's not forget, the drivers will still have to go to the pits. Including Michael Schumacher, so... If we're just gonna keep... Oh my god, that's a burning car. That's one of the Jordans. That's a burning car right there. Very rare sight. I have not seen an actual burning NPC car throughout the entire championship at all. I only have seen cars smoking or slowing down like very, very badly. This is the very first smoking car, like actually burning car in the entire season, besides mine. Because mine tend to burn mostly on practice sessions and qualifying and sometimes during the race. But then again, thank God I have the rules. This Jordan car is actually might have a chance of slowing down Michael Schumacher on the track, especially on the corners. They're gonna overtake him on any other wider area, but we're gonna see if that burning Jordan is gonna help me in any way, shape, or form. Kinda doubt it. The fact that we already have rain helps me enough.
The drivers have only a quarter of the race left now.
Technically, it's only I who have 12 laps. Thanks for the clip. Actually really happy that this track has this
They have to
long
concentrate on
straight, so
two
I can
things.
actually
Trying to pass the car
look
in
at the
front
chat
and trying to keep the car behind at bay.
before I have to get back and focus on getting those turns as safe as possible. Because this track technically has the worst nightmare in this game. Long open corners in rain with a V10 engine that is more prone to slip than any other one. Well, technically there's not really a lot of choice of engines in the game. I mean, you have Ferrari V10, Mercedes V10, Renault, Peugeot, Mugen,
Of course,
Ford
as the
V10.
laps go on, these little potential opportunities that are not really on
Yamaha V10.
become greater and greater in their minds. Sooner or later, someone's going to think, I can do it, have a lunge, and the chances are they won't be able to, and end up tangling with the car in front or even going into the barrier.
And then you have two teams with the Hart V8 and Ford Cosworth V8. Obviously, it doesn't pay off because they are weaker engines. Less power, less acceleration. The cars. Oh, yep, that's a Toasty Jordan right there. Again, and he stopped at the pits. He's probably gonna retire from the race. If that would happen in actual race on the track, he would just stop and the driver would just escape from the car. But yeah, that's one of the Jordans. I'm not sure which one it is. If I'm gonna see a Fisichella in the top 6, that means that was Ralf Schumacher. "11 laps to go.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher, Gerhard Berger, Jean Alesi.
Now that I have like more or less 10 laps of fuel, I'm gonna gain even more of a distance between me and Michael Schumacher. Because Schumacher still has to stop, and I'm already lighter than him when he's going to stop one last time. So it all played out quite greatly. And we have 3 cars in front. Overtaking cars on Spa, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm not risking it over here. I can overtake them later, one by one. There's no point of fighting with them, considering that I have a solid leadership.
With the 107% rule of the past couple of years, we're seeing that the tail-end teams have had to sharpen up their act and spend longer making sure they can do competitive time. This means that the gap between the qualifying time from the front to the back of the grid is now much less.
Currently fighting one of the Zauber drivers. I can try to overtake him over here. Is he gonna play fair? No, he's not. At least not really. I'm gonna get my opportunity soon, TM. Stop pushing me into the grass. It's rain. You're a lap driver. Let me through. Free. Technically speaking, it was me who said, hey, I'm not gonna push. I'm pushing. But then again, I can already see him going to the pits, so... I guess my complaints were directed into a pointless object, pointless direction. Unnecessary. Even trying to create a sentence in English is very difficult when you try to drive and keep the control of the car as well. Yes. At least we got some lap drivers. Because I'm definitely not gonna lap Schumacher over here. Maybe I'm gonna scratch the top 6. But it is not certain. Okay, I know the top 4. I want to know who's on the number 5 and number 6. And before it's none of the Jordans. That would be sad. I actually, when it comes to like teams in this game, just based on aesthetics of the car, I think I like Jordan the more. Yellow, almost golden color, mixed with dark in the snake face on the top of the car. It just looks so good.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Jean Alesi. Gerhard Berger.
Yeah, no point of trying to overtake full speed on Rouge, because if I didn't let go of the gas, I would just smash right into his back, lost the front wing, and probably damaged the front suspension as well. I can follow Paul a little bit. I think he's letting me go because he definitely hugged the corner, and now we are accelerating. I swear to God, those AI drivers are more undecided than several things that are currently existing on the planet Earth, including my ex-girlfriend. Cannot even take a look at his helmet. God damn it, dude. Yeah, I think that was Fisichella who have not finished the race, because I have noticed a glimpse of purple on top. Ralf Schumacher has purple on top of his helmet, so I'm going to assume that it was him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yep. To that corner a little bit too bravely, I suppose. Well, too bravely, too sharp. Basically, went a little bit too much to the left, and the real wheels have decided to react accordingly. Everybody brakes on Eau Rouge, meanwhile Lander, full speed, 260 kilometers an hour. Who needs brakes? They're only slowing me down. I'm here all day, folks. Remember to tip the waitress. Hey, that's Frenton. Frenton actually managed to survive. I'm glad to see that. But I don't know how far in the grid he actually is. It's not like it's a modern Formula 1 game when every single car you try to overtake have a name and the position on the race available, just visible right there. Also, it might have something to do with the fact that 1997, something like HD quality, HD videos, HD resolutions were not a thing. I think at that time the top quality was on VHS and it was 240p. And it was like the biggest thing at that time that you could get. At least that's what I assume. I never was into like watching VHS tapes. I know they existed. I barely have used them myself. Oh, also, let's not forget that VHS tapes and old movies were recorded in not 60:9, but in 3:4 or 4:3. I think it was always 4:3. Yeah, 4:3. Because even PlayStation 1 games are operating in natively. Every PlayStation game should operate in 4:3. But thankfully, DuckStation is smart enough and is able to basically render the entire area of the game in 16:9. There is an included enhancement that allows you to play in 21:9, basically widescreen, but I do not really recommend that one. Because I tried it myself on other PC, on other computer, not my computer, mind you, and it was just so stretched.
Race order. Williams number 1.
The image looked so bad.
Jean Alesi, Gerhard Berger.
I'm currently playing 16:9, by the way, and it does its job pretty well. Not gonna lie. Five more laps to go. Hey, take a look at that. Frenton actually have retook the position on the grid. He's currently 6th. That must be a very... Like, Frenton is a fighter during this race. I'm gonna tell you this much. He totally spun on Eau Rouge on the second lap, and he was fighting throughout the entire race to retake his any shred of points, and now he got a 1 point for my team. That's a fighter right there. But we have no sign of Eddie Irvine, we have no sign of one of the Jordans. I'm gonna assume it was Fisichella that went into the flames like a firecracker during 31st of December. Well, maybe not like that. He was definitely burning. And right in front of us, there's Tyrrell Ford with a V8 engine. And that spray that they do behind the cars, it can be so blinding. This is why during the race I usually, instead of following them to get some form of a drag, I usually stay to the side, so I don't have the middle of a screen just blasted through with the water. Four laps to go. Honestly, the only warning that I could possibly hear is the tire. That my tires are getting worn up and I'm gonna have to go to the pits to change them. Which, quite honestly, I'm ready for that. Yeah, not overtaking over here. Nope. Tempting, but no thank you. I'm good. That's a Minardi right over there. And I think second Minardi is right in front of us. No, that's actually another Tyrrell Ford with a V8. Minardi Harley was also using V8 engines
on these cars have had to be changed
during the 97 season.
Rounded end plate, so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
Oh yeah, I already have noticed that I'm going very wide, and if I would push it with the turning wheel, well, with the analog stick technically, if I would push turning over there, I would spun. I would 100% spun, so I'd rather lose that speed. I would lose that speed but keep the car stable.
Only 3 laps to go.
And I see McLaren in the front. Nicely overtaken. Another Minardi in front as well. As I'm calling them mean RDs, because these guys are mean and they like to just drive into your back wheels and your rear wing as well. Or sometimes when they arrive, I call them Renardies. Don't ask the logic or
Race order. Williams
or anything that would make sense, because I mostly do not make sense. I mostly ramble on the internet with random chance of constructing a proper sentence in English language. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Okay, nice grip over here. Did not lost anything. Did not have to go wide. Just made a slight turn. Kept that angle and drive through like it's nobody's business.
He's only got 2 laps to go.
Second to last lap. I was a little heavy on the brakes there. Okay, so Hakkinen is 5th. Frentzen is 6th. Berger is 4th. Alesi 3rd. Schumacher on the 2nd position, and I am 1st. And let's hope that it's gonna stay that way. I mean, I'm pretty confident it's gonna stay that way, but you never know. I need to take a look if there are flea markets gonna be open anytime soon in my area, or any thrift shops that either open new or the one that I usually visit would have some new games. Because I would love to. I'm still trying to catch the Code Veronica. The one from the GameCube, but it's almost unobtainium. And people who are trying to sell it on the internet, on like internet shops like eBay, Amazon or anything like that, they are charging, well, quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of it. And by that I mean, I think the last offer that I have seen myself was either $250 or $250 in my money. Right, we got final lap of the Spa-Francorchamps. Is the last time we're gonna see the Eau Rouge. What a beauty. What a beauty. Yeah, at this point I don't even care about overtaking the cars. And that's another Jordan having a malfunction. That's not the same Jordan, that's a different Jordan altogether. That means that Team Jordan is not gonna finish this race, and they're not gonna score any points throughout this race whatsoever. That is pretty damn sad, because I like this team. And I honestly believe that they always should get like a point or something. That Arrow's Yamaha in front of me though, acting kinda suspicious. You know who also doesn't let through a Okay, I wanted to say something that would be a reference to Fallout 4, but I failed quite painfully, so I'm gonna stop. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah. The dragon sudden turning did its job. Whatever. And it's technically a forever. It's forever. It's technically whatever anyway, because we just won.
Are you okay?
He takes the
We just won the Spa race as we speak. We just won the Spa-Francorchamps, and the car have malfunctioned as I crossed the finish line. We still won the race, but the car have decided to malfunction just as I crossed the finish line. Unbelievable finish. But we got it. We got the victory. We got another 10 points to our title, and it's also the first attempt. This was the first attempt of this race, and we got no malfunction whatsoever. It was RNG have decided to scare the living shit out of me. But yeah, we've managed to finish the race in 1 hour 23 minutes. Marco Schumacher was 54 seconds behind. Jonah Lacey with 1.43. Gerhard Berger with 2 minutes and 14. Mika Hakkinen and Hans-Harald Frentzen with 1 lap behind me. That gives me 120 points in total. Schumacher with 65, John Alesi with 30, Gerhard Berger 26, Eddie Irvine 21, and Frentzen with 19 points. That gives my team 139 points, Ferrari with 86, Benetton with 56, Prost with 12, Jordan with 9 points, and Sauber with 5 points as well. That gets us to the round 13, Monza. Actually, maybe before I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna make a solid save state for this. And the first things that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give shout out to person who have made the music that's currently playing in the background, Carl Casey at White Bat Studio on YouTube and whitebataudio.com. That's a webpage, links for everything in the description below. For people on Twitch, we still gonna have a little bit of a discussion over here. Might even squeeze a third race after I'm gonna take a small break. But people on YouTube, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna see you guys on the round 13 Monza.